Welcome fans to Carver Gymnasium for the match this evening featuring the Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets and your number 11 nationally ranked Western Washington University Vikings. Fans, at this time, please rise and remove your caps. Military veterans are welcome to render a hand salute as we join together for the playing of our national anthem. Fans, now let's meet our team lineups. First, from the visiting Yellow Jackets from Montana State University Billings. Their lineup is announced by their head coach, Casey Bonner. Coach Bonner is assisted by Morgan Walters. Fans, here's the team lineup. Welcome to the court, number 2, Alexis King. Number 3, Kennedy Juranic. Number 10, Emma Burlingame. Number 12, Olivia Schwartz. And number 14, McKay Casper. Fans, now here's the starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets. Welcome to the court, number 5, Hannah Hashbarger. Number 7, Jazita Fa'oli'i. Number 8, Katie Havakost. Number 13, Hannah Hayden. Number 15, Peyton Langston. Number 16, Lily Gentz. And the libero, number 1, Christine Funk. Fans, the Montana State University Billings Yellow Jackets. Now, let's meet your 2022 Western Washington University Vikings. This evening's lineup is announced by our head coach, Diane Flick-Williams. Coach Flick-Williams is assisted by James Suh, Michaela Hall, Chris Leverins, and Brad Sandin. First, let's meet our redshirt players. Welcome to the court, Finley Clays, Carolyn Hansen, Morgan Harrison, Anu Lopez, Delaney Spear, Emily Vossenkuhl, and Asia Stewart. Now the team lineup. Welcome to the court, number 3, Anna Marisic. Number 4, Anna Vanderyacht. Number 5, Kylie Honrud. Number 8, Tupu Lologo. Number 10, Devin Ostrich. Number 14, Abby May. Number 15, Carly Try. Number 16, Janelle Grant. And number 19, Adele Holland. Fans, now the starting lineup for your Vikings. Welcome to the court, a 5'7" senior from Burien, number 6, Malia Aliaga. A 5'11" sophomore from Bothell, number 11, Gabby Kepley. A 6' senior from Duval, number 12, Chloe Ritzesender. A 6'2" senior from Olympia, Olivia Fairchild. A 6'1" senior from Auburn, number 18, Callie Heilborn. A 5'10" senior from Lake Stevens, number 22, Gabby Gunterman. And our libero, a 5'6" senior from University Place, number 1, Casey Woodruff. Fans, these are your Western Washington Vikings!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to WECU Court on the campus of Western Washington University for this GNAC matchup between Montana State Billings and Western Washington University. I'm Sean Church alongside Adam Race and Zen Hill, providing color commentary for, I guess, off and on throughout the set. We'll try to switch them in and out. Coming into this match, we got Montana State Billings with a record of 6-2, 0-1 in GNAC play. The Vikings are 6-3 and 1-0 in GNAC play. We're going to start with Adam Race. Adam, what do the Vikings need to do to get on top early?
They just need to maintain this dominance that they've held at Carver Gym. This season, they're 5-0 at Carver. In those sets that they've played, 15-1. They've only dropped one set all season in a 3-1 victory over a strong Regis team. They have not lost here since 2019. They just need to continue that dominance, get the first set, take the momentum, and it should be a cakewalk from there if they can get to that point.
And for Montana State, coming off of a loss on Thursday, what does Montana State need to do to be competitive in this match?
I think what we saw on Thursday against Seattle Pacific University was the ability to come out early and try to stop that early home momentum and really show that you're there to play. SPU weren't able to put it all together, but they were giving the Vikings some frights in the first set and really showing that they're there to play.
And first serve underway, Malia Aliaga, the senior, with a serve. And on the board first is Montana State Billings. They're up 1-0.
Well, there it is, trying to show some early dominance. They didn't come here to get swept. They came here to play a close match.
And Montana State, a young yet experienced freshman, a lot of seniors. And Kennedy Juranic is going to serve for Montana State Billings. And that's a service error for Montana State Billings, and we are tied here at 1.
Can't afford those kind of errors on the road in Carver. You need everything to go right.
Gabby Gunterman, the senior out of Lake Stevens, is going to serve. Part of a club of 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs. The lefty, and that's a good dig by Aliaga. On the attack, Gunterman right there. Aliaga over to Heilborn, and that's a good block by Montana State Billings. Tries it one more time, and Heilborn gets the kill. And Adam, Heilborn is so good at changing up, going from a very, I guess, approach that is brought back and all of a sudden taking some touch off of it. That's something she brings a lot of experience to the table.
There's so many dangerous hitters on this team, and you gotta contend with the fact that they can hit it really hard, but sometimes they can just float it in there and steal a point.
Gabby Kepley, the lefty, she puts it in. The Vikings up 3-1.
Kepley coming into this match, didn't play much on Thursday, but instantly making a mark here in the first set.
As you can see here on this replay, almost in the middle of the court, Vikings with a 2-point lead, and Gunterman is going to serve again. Right-handed serve midway. And that's a good block. Fairchild was right there along with Heilborn off the top of the net. Fairchild goes for the corner, and she gets it. Vikings up 4-1.
That's just a great attack from Fairchild there. Nothing the Yellow Jackets to do about that one.
Vikings on a 4-0 run to start this match. Yellow Jackets with the first point, Vikings with 4 straight sends. Just getting it over to net. Aliaga over to Fairchild, and that's a good dig. That was by Hashbarger. And Kepley puts it in. 5-1, Vikings lead.
We are seeing an impressive level of precision on these attacks there. They're finding the corners, and the Yellow Jackets don't have any answers yet.
And now Kepley has 2 kills to her credit. That's going to lead both teams. Gunterman is serving again, and she gets the ace. So the Vikings, after losing the first point, are on a 6-0 run, and they lead by 5.
This is exactly what you need. Force a timeout here. The Vikings showing why they're number 11 in the nation.
And we're going to go do a break here. Vikings up 6-1. We'll be right back.
This simple banana peel represents a bold idea. A way to create energy from household trash. It not only saves about 80% in carbon emissions, it helps reduce landfill waste. That's why BP is partnering with a California company, Fulcrum Bioenergy, to turn garbage into jet fuel. because we can't let any good ideas go to waste. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing.
And welcome back to WECU Court. Vikings taking on the Yellow Jackets. 6-1 lead coming out of the break. Timeout by Montana State Billings, and they come out of the timeout with a quick point. They're now down 4.
They needed that badly. They were sputtering a little bit, and the Vikings were showing dominance, but they needed that quick point, try to swing momentum back.
And Montana State Billings now serving it here. Christine Funk, the sophomore. With a good serve. Heilborn puts it away. Vikings bounce back. They're up 5.
Once again, just a really precise attack there. They're finding the gaps in the Yellow Jacket defense excellently.
And Ritza Sender is back in the match now to replace Fairchild. Woodruff is going to serve, another senior. A lot of experience on this squad. On the attack, and that's a good dig. And that one's set to the corner. Another good dig by Gunterman. Kepley tries to tap it in there. Good defense by the Yellow Jackets. And that one will be point Yellow Jackets as it is blocked and sent out of bounds. So a point Montana State Billings. They're now down 4.
That was a quality point from the Vikings, even though they didn't come out with it. Some really great defense, great digs.
And now serving it for the Yellow Jackets, Alexis King, the freshman from Reno, Nevada. Right-handed serve, Heilborn right there. Aliaga cross court to Heilborn, the give and go. That's a good dig. Aliaga over to Ritza Sender. She finds the corner and she gets it. Vikings up 5.
Ritza Sender, one of the most dangerous hitters on this team. Plays in the middle, but still gets a fair amount of attacks, and she puts them away just like that.
And Tupu Lalogo in the match now for Kepley. Lalogo, the senior from Federal Way High School. Right-handed serve, no rotation on it. And that one goes wide, so an attack error by Swartz. Vikings are now up by 6.
We haven't actually seen that many attack errors so far. It's just been the Vikings with successful attacks.
And serving it again is Tupu Lalogo. All seniors on the court right now for the Vikings. A setting error. Heilborn taps it right back, though. And that's a good try by the Vikings, but that's going to be point Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets down 5.
Vikings gave themselves a big enough early cushion early in the set that they can afford to drop a few as long as they don't let the Yellow Jackets pick up some steam.
Jacita Fali'i is going to serve. She just got credit for that last kill. Ritza Sender sends it away, deflected it out of bounds. Vikings up 10-4. And Callie Heilborn is going to serve for the Vikings. Heilborn, another senior out of Auburn Riverside High School. Right-handed serve. The give and go on the attack. That's a good dig by Heilborn and good reaction by Lalogo. Vikings get it across. On the second try, though, Katie Havakos, the freshman, with the point. Yellow Jackets switching off with the Vikings on points. They're down 5.
Saw a great dig there from Heilborn. She actually led all players on Thursday with 14 digs to go along with 7 kills. She can get it done in attack and in defense.
And having that versatile player is vital for a late season run for the Vikings. Lalogo tries to dump it over, read like a book by the Yellow Jackets, and that one is in. Havakos, 2 straight points for the Yellow Jackets. They're down 4.
That's just a great attack right there, finding the corner like the Vikings did early in this set.
And Peyton Langston, the junior from West Jordan, Utah, is going to serve here. Right-handed jump serve, dives right in the middle. The logo was right there, though. Gunterman on the attack, sends it wide. Attack air. Vikings now only up 3.
Just a bit of an overhit there. Saw that a few times on Thursday against SPU from Gunterman, but she's such a great player, and she can make such an effect on both sides of the court.
And Langston is going to serve again. Right-handed serve. And she's going to get an ace there. So that's 4 straight points for the Yellow Jackets. They're now only down 2. And Langston's going to serve again. Logo, Aliaga over the Ritza sender, and she puts it in. So a good bounce back by the Vikings to stop the run.
That's a huge point there.
And Woodruff out of the game, Ritza sender out of the game. Abby May in the game now for the Vikings, as well as Olivia Fairchild. Abby May is going to serve. Vikings bench has spirit fingers, as that one goes wide. So service error on the Vikings. Montana State Billings now down 2 as Ritza sender comes in, but then comes right back out for the rotation. Actually, not yet. And now we're doing it. So Woodruff back in the game now. Also, Hashbarger, the senior, is in the match for Montana State Billings. She's going to serve. Right-handed serve, no jump. Woodruff right there. Aliaga, cross court to Gunterman. And that's a good block at the net by the Yellow Jackets. I think that was Hannah Hayden and Lily Gens with the block. They'll probably get a partial block on that one. Montana State Billings now only down 1.
Yeah, they've really shown some grit here. You know, this is a team that hasn't beat the Vikings since 2014, but they're coming in here and they're putting on a show in the first set.
As Gunterman puts it away, Vikings now up 2, but we've definitely seen a little bit of a change in momentum there.
There's just nothing you can do about an attack like that from Gunterman.
Malia Aliaga is going to serve here. Gabby Kepley is in the match now again for the Vikings. Right-handed serve. Cross court to give and go, and she puts it away. That's Havocost right in the middle of the court, and the Yellow Jackets are now down 1 again. And in the match now is Kennedy Juranic, the junior from Wilsonville, Oregon. She's going to serve. Right-handed serve, again, no jump. Fairchild finds the middle of the court, and she gets it. Vikings back up 2.
Fairchild coming off a 10-kill performance on Thursday against SPU, tied for the match lead. That came on 19 total attacks without a single attacking error for a .526 hitting percentage on Thursday against SPU for Fairchild.
That's hard to beat. Gunterman at the serve. She might get an ace here, and she will. So the Vikings with 2 straight points now. Gunterman with an ace. Vikings up 14-11.
Gunterman, the service ace leader for the Vikings this season, showing why right there.
And an official timeout. Trying to talk things over. I think they're trying to figure out if that's in play or it's not in play. Some discrepancy in years past on if the backboard is or not, but the point will go to the Vikings with a 3-point lead. Another good serve by Gunterman. Woodruff right there. Aliaga behind her, back to Kepley. The lefty finds the middle of the court, and a good effort by Funk for the Yellow Jackets, but Kepley will get the kill, and that's her 3rd. Vikings lead by 4.
Vikings getting a lot of production from different people. You got 2 different players, Kepley and Retzesender with 3 kills, and then Fairchild and Gunterman with 2. They're spreading out the attack.
Gunterman midway serve. Another good serve by the senior. She's going to get the ace. So that's 4 straight points for the Vikings. Vikings lead 16-11.
3 service aces in this first set for Gunterman.
And that definitely leads both teams. Gunterman again with a good serve. On the attack, and that one goes long. So an attack air by Jacita Fali'i. Vikings, 5-0 run. They lead by 6.
Great job snuffing out that 4-0 run from the Yellow Jackets.
And the Yellow Jackets are actually going to challenge this last play. They're going to call for a potential deflection, and that is something we have here at WECU Court, which is a replay system. Each team gets 3 replays in a match. And they're going to see if this one is deflected. Deflections are usually a hard one to overturn, so the call on the court is that it is point Vikings, but if they're able to overturn it, this would maybe change a little bit of things for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, big difference between a 17-11 game and a 12-16 game. That is a surmountable lead. It's hard to look at a 5-point deficit at this point of the set and give yourself much of a chance to get back into it. So this could be a pretty important swing if it goes the Yellow Jackets' way.
So the Vikings don't have a Thursday match this week, but they will be back here at WECU Court next Saturday at 7 p.m. That one's going to be against Simon Fraser. And then the following weekend, they go to Alaska to face Anchorage on Thursday, the 22nd, and Fairbanks on Saturday, the 24th. Game times are Alaska time, so pay attention. About an hour. They're about an hour ahead, I believe. So, and the one on Saturday is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The officials looking at this one here, as we can see the replay. Again, it's very hard to see.
I'd be surprised to see this one overturned. There just doesn't seem to be enough evidence to overturn it here. You got frame by frame. It's really hard to tell.
And if this call on the court was that it was a deflection, it also would have been hard to overturn. So they have that in the favor for the Vikings. And this call is going to stand. So unlike the NFL where we know it's either confirmed or stands, pretty much it's either it stands or it's overturned, which means it either was confirmed or they just didn't have enough evidence to overturn it. But point Vikings, they're up 6.
Still can't knock that challenge from head coach Casey Bonner. You need those kind of points to go your way. Take a chance every now and again.
That could switch momentum if they got to overturn it. So, and they bounce back with a point of their own. So the Yellow Jackets now down 5.
Yellow Jackets working almost entirely on offense through Fa'ali'i and Havacost. 4 kills for Havacost, 3 for Fa'ali'i.
And the serve by the Yellow Jackets. Fairchild goes for the middle of the court. Good dig, but to no avail. Vikings with a point. They're up 18-12.
Vikings now with 3 different players who have tallied 3 kills in the set.
And Casey Woodruff is going to serve for the Vikings, the libero. At a Curtis High School, my neck of the woods, University Place. And that deflects off the net, gets the middle of the court. Peyton Langston with the kill. Yellow Jackets now down 5.
They need to go on a run quick if they're going to get back into this set. They're running out of time.
And Alexis King in the match now, as well as Olivia Swartz. King is going to serve, the freshman. Jump serve. Heilborn right there. Aliaga over to Kepley. Deflected and out of bounds. So Kepley having a great match so far with 4 kills. Tied for a game lead. She's in the lead for a Viking lead. And the Vikings lead by 6.
Vikings just doing a great job spreading out the attack. Got so many dangerous hitters. They can all get it done.
Tupula logo in the match for Kepley. And she's going to serve. Something so far this season been used as a serving specialist, if that's the right word for it. A little bit of a setting error by Aliaga. That doesn't happen very often. So Montana State Billings now down 5.
You don't see that often from Aliaga, one of the best setters in the GNAC.
Jacita Fa'ali'i is going to serve for Montana State Billings. And Adam, just like you mentioned earlier, they need to go on a run and run fast. They want to get back into this set. Heilborn at the net. That was good block. Heilborn with another chance, and she gets it. Goes for that corner, takes a little off of it. Vikings now lead by 6.
And Heilborn, who's someone who's on the way to joining Gabby Gunterman in that 1,000 kill, 1,000 dig club. I believe she's just about 60 kills short, so if she can reach that this season, she'll join that exclusive club.
Probably in 4 or 5 matches for what she's been averaging. And on the attack, that's good defense by the Vikings. Out of system play. The logo over to Gunterman, and that's a good dig by Funk. Cross court King. on the attack. Havikos, and that's another good dig by Heilborn. Gunterman on the attack. Some good defense by both squads here. Aliaga behind her back to Ritzesender. Another good dig. But that one's going to be a double hit. I believe that was on King. So setting error for the Yellow Jackets. Vikings lead by 7.
What a rally. Shame it had to end on an error like that, but great defense from both sides. Just some really good volleyball.
And there's going to be a timeout on the floor here. We're going to keep things here. Vikings are up 21-14. So the Vikings started the season with a WWU Invitational about a couple weeks ago, going 4-0 and doing it in dominant fashion, only losing 1 set in the entire tournament. But the next weekend went to the Colorado Premier Challenge, losing 3 of 4. To their credit, or to the other team's credit, all 4 teams that they faced were ranked. So some good challenges for them going into the GNAC. But the Vikings, like you said earlier, have not lost here at WECU Court since 2019. Is that right?
Yes, 2019 against Alaska Anchorage. It was a 5-set thriller, and they just didn't come out on top. But since then, it's been a fortress. No one has been able to come in here and let alone really show much of a contest. You know, never mind pick up a win off these Vikings. It's just been dominant for them.
And the Vikings have always been historically good here at WECU Court, in the historic Carver Gymnasium. And even when they had to spend a couple years over at Whatcom Community College while Carver Gymnasium was getting renovated. As the timeout, as we're coming out of a timeout rather, Vikings up 7. Heilborn's going to serve. Right-handed serve. And she's going to get the, no, not the ace. That's good hustle by the Yellow Jackets to keep it alive. Aliaga over to Ritzesender. Another good dig. Aliaga, cross court to Gunterman, taps it over. Some great defense by the Yellow Jackets, not giving up here on this play. They know how important it is to try to get back into this set, and they're playing like it. Gunterman on the attack, but just too much. 4 times a charm, even though that's not the saying, but the Vikings are up 8.
Now this scoreline looks a little lopsided, but the Yellow Jackets have been playing some really good ball here. Great defense, really giving themselves a chance to win every single point.
And for the Yellow Jackets, at this point, yes, they'd love to steal this set as Heilborn gets a service error as it goes long. Vikings now up by 7, but they'd like to get this set for sure. But if anything, they'd like to get some momentum going into the second set.
I think in this first set, they've proved that they can play some good defense even against a really good attacking team.
Langston with a really good serve. Heilborn unable to just do anything but tap it across, but attack error by Havikos hits it right into the net. Vikings up 8.
That's something we have not seen from Havikos today. That's her first error. Before that, she had 4 kills on 8 total attacks. Altogether, has not been an error-prone match from either team.
And Abby May is in the game now. She's going to serve. Midway serve, right in the middle of the court. Right at the net was Fairchild. And it didn't look like she got all of that one, but she placed it perfectly even if she didn't try to. Vikings now at set point.
2 different Vikings with 4 kills in this set.
And
Kepley and Fairchild.
And Abby May now with the serve right in the middle of the court. And that's how the set's going to end, with an Abby May ace. Vikings win the first set in convincing fashion, 25-15. And when we come back, it'll be set number 2. Vikings won the first set. They're up 1-0. We'll be right back.
I would summarize my experience at Western as I was a guarded, nerdy kid who loved to perform, who allowed herself to put in the time and the effort to carve herself into something.
Jump in the trunk, jump in the trunk,
And whatever that was has led me to where I am right now, to be a fully realized woman. And I'm really thankful for the time and the effort that I put in for myself, because if I didn't do it, no one else was going to.
My name is Morgan Paris-Lanza. I'm the executive director and one of the founding organizers of Bellingham Girls Rock Camp. Not only is it an opportunity for kids to learn music, write a song, express themselves, but they also gain these leadership skills that they might not get in other places. It's a program, it's a culture as well as an entire movement, and we really want everybody to feel like they're a part of it, because they are. We all rock.
The Teaching and Learning Academy is an organization that's housed in the library, and it's where people come to have conversations.
They deal with serious issues that have emotional impact in ways that are typically not found in a class.
We've talked about diversity and inclusivity on our campus and in our community.
It not only enriches my education, but also impacts the ways that I can continue my leadership roles.
And welcome back to WECU Court on campus of Western Washington University for this GNAC battle between Montana State Billings and Western Washington University. Vikings won the first set 25-15. The first set was color commentated by Adam Race. Second set will be color commentated by Zen Hill, and he's going to go over some stats from the first set.
Yeah, back in that first set, we saw WWU Vikings really outdo the Yellow Jackets in almost every statistical category. Vikings led in kills 16-9 on that one, as well as hit percentage 424 for the Vikings and a 250 for the Yellow Jackets there. We saw 4 aces as well come from the Vikings. Yellow Jackets only able to get 1 ace on that one. We also saw some stellar defensive play from both sides, but Vikings able to capitalize on most of the end of those big rallies we saw between the two.
As both teams take the court here. And of those 4 aces, just to go back on some of the stats, of those 4 aces for Western Washington, 3 of them were by Gabby Gunterman.
Yeah, Gunterman and Kepley, I would say, both all over that first set. Kepley with 4 kills already on the match. Gunterman with those aces and a few kills for herself, just 3 on the game.
And second set here underway. We're just waiting for the okay from the officials. Looks like Kennedy Duranic is going to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Duranic, the junior. Looking for the Yellow Jackets to get an early lead. Keep on top of the Vikings here. Vikings with a pretty dominant first set, 25-15 as she serves. Gunterman on the attack, and that's deflected. Yellow Jackets on the attack. First point to the Yellow Jackets. Jasita Fa'ali'i with the kill. Fa'ali'i now with 4 kills to her credit. That's tied for a team lead and a game high. And the Yellow Jackets are up 1-0.
Yellow Jackets need to keep that play above the net. We saw them be very successful with getting those blocks against the attacks from the Vikings and finding themselves some kills as well.
And Fairchild bounces back with the kill. She taps it in the front right of the court here, getting some tan-colored court there. I don't know if that's the color or not, but Vikings have tied it up at 1. Malia Aliaga is going to serve here. Besides Kepley, all seniors on the court for the Vikings. And Gunterman out of nowhere with the dig. Heilborn tries to go to the middle of the court, unable to do so. Out of system play on the attack was Gentz. Another good defensive play, another out of system play right in the middle of the court. Gets right there. Good defense by the Vikings. Heilborn behind the line, and she gets it. So 2 straight points for the Vikings. Vikings lead 2-1.
We've seen the Vikings so far have some really stellar digs. Both sides, too. You saw Duranic get her own for the Jackets back there. But the Vikings, first set we saw Woodruff all over the floor, Gunterman as well. Really being able to keep these plays alive and keep them in the front of this games.
And Malia Aliaga with the serve. And that's good defense here. Fairchild almost with the assist, unable to do so as that one goes long. They're asking for the deflection. Doesn't look like they're going to get it. They might challenge this play, but the call on the court is point Vikings. Vikings up 3-1, and they're not going to challenge it, so the Vikings will serve it again.
They lost the deflection challenge back in the first set. Not willing to risk it again here. I'd say use another of those 3 challenges they're allowed here.
And like mentioned earlier, a deflection challenge is very hard to overturn. So Montana State Billings probably tried to maybe save that one for maybe an end of a set, but the Vikings are up 4-1 now. And this is how the first set started too. It started with a Yellow Jacket point and then a run of points for the Vikings. That's a good block by Kepley and Fairchild. And the lefty gets the point, deflects out of bounds. Montana State Billings now down 2.
We saw the Yellow Jackets back in the first set show a little bit of life in the little comeback, trying to tie it up around 10 it was, and trying to stay in the beginning of this set. They lost it towards the end, but if they can hold it out here, they might take this second set.
And Christine Funk, the sophomore, is going to serve here, the libero. Right-handed jump serve right in the middle of the court. Aliaga over to Kepley, the lefty, and she gets it. I saw my life flash before my eyes. Wouldn't be the first time, it's not going to be the last. Vikings up 3.
A little too close for call there here at the press booth.
There's a reason why I'm sitting here and not out there. Well, multiple reasons, but that's one of them. As Gunterman with the service error into the net. It's a point, Yellow Jackets, they're down 2.
Vikings had a couple of errors back in that first set. Yellow Jackets weren't able to capitalize on them, though. A fair share of their points did come off of Viking errors, but they gave them right back away. Jackets really need to capitalize on those errors if they want to stay in this game here at Carver.
Alexis King in the match now, as well as Olivia Swartz. King was the serve, good serve by King. Heilborn goes for the middle of the court, and that's a good dig, but Fairchild's right there to tap it away. Vikings up 3.
Just with a silky smooth touch right there.
And Fairchild is so good at that, timing it perfectly and being a dominant force at the net. Ritza Sender also really good at doing that for the Vikings. And it looks like they're going to get the Yellow Jackets with a double hit. Vikings up by 4 now.
Their second double hit of the game. Had one back in the first set. Find one here, giving away that momentum. And Vikings trying to extend that lead, 7-3 already.
Casey Woodruff, the libero, serving it. And that one just floats long. That had 0 rotation, kind of knuckled over, but a service error for the Vikings. Vikings only up 3 now.
Last few plays here for both sides, just a battle of errors. Let's see if they can dial it back in and catch some nice volleys here coming up.
CE. Ritza Center, and that's a good block at the net. Kepley on the try. That's a good dig by King. Kepley tries it again. She gets the corner. And that's a great attack and a great kill by Kepley. Vikings up 4.
Towing the line there in that back corner. Phenomenal little kill there for her. We saw the Vikings get a few too many kills, go straight to the floor. The Yellow Jackets unable to get their hands on it, and we're seeing it here once again in the second set. If the Jackets want to stay in this game, they're going to have to battle at the front of the net and dig it out.
Tupula Logo with the serve for the Vikings. And that one is blocked, but it goes out of bounds on that attack. That was Katie Havakas. She gets the kill. Yellow Jackets now down 3.
Aliaga trying to get up there for the block for the Vikings, just unable to keep it in bounds.
Peyton Langston, the junior, is going to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Good serve. But Ritza Sender puts it away for the Vikings, up 4 now.
Ritza Sender's 4th kill on the game.
Callie Heilborn is going to serve for the Vikings. Knuckles it over right in the middle of the court, cross court. And that one, An attack error as it goes into the net. Yellow Jackets get 4 hits on it. That's illegal. So the Vikings lead now by 5.
Havocos for the Jackets has had a couple of those errors. We saw one in the first set come off towards the end, and this one here kills the momentum for them.
That was loud. Havocos right in the middle of the court. Out of system play, Gunchman. That's good defense, but Gunchman sends it away. Vikings up 6 now.
A whole lot of velocity from that hit from Gunchman. Ricochets right off the Yellow Jackets defender. Not much more you could do from that, from the block. Couldn't dig it out, and
we're going to go to a timeout here. Vikings lead in the second set, 11-5. We'll be right back.
Campus to Campus is a beautiful reciprocal relationship that's really centered on how to support young students to see themselves in a different kind of way and see the possibilities for their future.
Allie was one of our first mentors. A lot of people have believed in me along the way, Allie being one of them. She's always inspired me. Now I'm at Western, actually going to college.
It's changing lives for the young students that we work with, and it's changing lives for the mentors who work with them.
And welcome back to WECU Court on the campus of Western Washington University. Vikings lead a second set 11-5. They won the first set 25-15. Montana State Billings called a timeout before this break. Heilborn's going to serve here. Right-handed serve, it knuckles over. That was handled well by the Yellow Jackets, but Heilborn with a great dig. On the attack, Lalogo hits it into the net, so an attack error. Yellow Jackets with the point coming out of the timeout. They're down 5.
Heilborn with a great defensive play there. Vikings just couldn't capitalize on it, though. Unfortunate for them, as the Yellow Jackets will try and climb their way back into this game as they're down by 5.
Hashbarger in the match now. She's going to serve. Heilborn on the attack, and that's a good dig. Hashbarger just has to bump it over. Ritzesender sends it through. Good timing by the Yellow Jackets, but that goes out of bounds. Vikings up 6.
That'll be another kill for Ritzesender here in this set. We've seen the Yellow Jackets have some all over the place little bumps, not able to get a good attack off of every single possession. We've seen the Vikings, though, keep it under control, and that's the main reason they're leading this game.
And Abby May now in the match for the Vikings. She's going to serve. Service error for the Vikings. Yellow Jackets now down 5 again.
May had the service error back in the first as well. Unfortunate for her, she finds herself getting another one in the second set.
She does have an ace to her credit, but 2 service errors. Vikings down 5, and now serving for the Yellow Jackets. Kennedy Juranic, middle of the court. Gunterman taps it over, tries to find it. That's good hustle by Hashbarger. Dumped over, another good dig by Hashbarger. Fa'ali'i on the attack, good defense by the Vikings. Fa'ali'i tries it again, and that one goes long. So the Vikings with the point, good defense by the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings, but it's going to be an attack error on the Yellow Jackets. Vikings up 6.
Hashbarger for the Yellow Jackets, one of the few seniors on the team, showing that veteran leadership with some nice defense there.
One of 4 seniors on the squad for the Yellow Jackets. Aliaga. And a service error into the net. So a little sloppy second set for both squads here as the Vikings lead by 5.
Can't afford to give those away. Back-to-back for the Vikings and keeping the Yellow Jackets in this second set.
And Christine Funk is going to serve here, the sophomore. Aliaga over to Gunterman. And I guess that's a good way of avoiding a attack error, is just hitting it right into the middle of the court as hard as you can. Vikings up by 6.
Just unstoppable, it seems, sometime when Gunterman gets up there.
Frightening. And she's going to serve. Midway serve, goes for the corner. And that's a good serve by the senior. And that's a good dig by Woodruff. Heilborn tries to go for the middle of the court. Fa Li does a good job of digging that one out. Fairchild goes for it, and she gets it on her attack. Vikings up 7.
And it all comes off the play of Casey Woodruff right there, keeping the game alive for the Vikings on that one. We also saw the nice defensive play by Faali for the Yellow Jackets, but Vikings still capitalized on that one.
Countryman serves it again, knuckles it over. A little bit of miscommunication by Montana State Billings. Gets on the attack, and that's another good dig, but she's unable to get it over to net. A good dig by Woodruff, but the Yellow Jackets with the point. They're down 6.
Alexis King now comes in for the Yellow Jackets. She will serve up here.
Also Olivia Swartz in for Montana State Billings as Aliaga. Over to Kepley, who's in the match now. She goes for the corner. They're going to call for a deflection. They're going to get it. It looked like it went long. So it looks like Montana State Billings is going to challenge this play.
Third time this game that we've seen the Yellow Jackets have a maybe controversial call, but unable to really tell on a deflection right there.
And we'll see here. And it will be challenged. So it's going to be a video review here. If the call on the court stands, the Vikings will get the point. They'll be up 7. But just like the first set, Montana State Billings trying to challenge here. They really have nothing to lose on this challenge. Can't take them home with you. I've tried. And it's been deflected. If it is deflected, rather, they could maybe steal a point here. But just like mentioned earlier, it's very hard to determine if it's deflected or not. From that angle, it looks like it may have been. But either way, the call on the court is that it was deflected, point Vikings, and this one might be hard to overturn.
Yeah, really hard angle there. Might have snuck in between the left hand of number 7 for them, Fayali for the Yellow Jackets, but it might have tipped off that pinky finger, not entirely sure. Yellow Jackets lost that challenge earlier. Might lose this one, but we will see.
And that attack looked like it almost even went in, which would make everything irrelevant. But it did barely go out, so that's why the challenge is on the court.
Just seems too close to call here. I mean, would assume that the referees are going to go with the call on the court, but you never know.
If they're saying what we're saying, it probably will stand. But with that being said, like mentioned earlier, you might as well try to challenge that play because it could change some things, get some momentum for Montana State Billings. And it actually is overturned.
Yellow Jackets getting the good break there on the challenge. Maybe switching that momentum up with a successful challenge.
And that play was overturned. So the point will go to Montana State Billings. So instead of being down by 7, they're now down 5. They switch points here, and they'll have the serve. So successful challenge for Montana State Billings. Vikings now up 5 instead of 7.
Big swing of points there. Yellow Jackets coming out fortunate here.
And a tough break for the Yellow Jackets coming out of that with a service error. Vikings up 6.
Definitely not what they needed there. Successful challenge, had a chance to bring it within 4, but Vikings find themselves up 6 now.
Casey Woodruff serving it for the Vikings. Fa'ali'i, and that one definitely was deflected. That was easy to see here.
No
so
doubt
she
about
gets
that
the
one.
kill, and the Yellow Jackets are now down 5. As you can see on this replay, definitely deflected off of Kepley's block attempt. And despite the service error, a couple points prior, Montana State Billings taking full advantage of that successful challenge. They're only down 4. Fa'ali'i is going to serve here right in the middle of the court. Heilborn hits it at the net. That was blocked back. I thought at first it didn't go over, but it looks like it did. Cross court tapped over, and that's a good dig by Heilborn. Gunterman from the back line. Deflected again. Gunterman with another dig. Aliaga over to Heilborn. Some good defense by the Yellow Jackets, staying alive here. Kepley with the lefty. And Fa'ali'i was right there in great position to dig that one out, but it goes out of bounds. So Kepley gets the kill, and that's going to be her 7th. The Vikings are up by 5.
A really nice rally from both sides, some great defensive efforts. Vikings able to keep it alive early in that rally, but just like we saw in the first set, Vikings are capitalizing on those long rallies, really lasting it out. Yellow Jackets is losing the points there.
And on the attack, and that's a good block. Ritzesender right there. Also deflected. Aliaga, cross court to Heilborn, goes for the corner, deflects and goes out of bounds. 2 straight points by the Vikings. Vikings up by 6.
Heilborn with a nice little hit there. Just off the tips of the block, unable to really get up there above the net.
Heilborn now with 4 kills to her credit, to go along with 4 digs. And on the attack, as that one goes long, no deflection on that one. Havakost with the attack error. Vikings with 3 straight points. And they now lead by 7 as we go to break. We're here in the second set. Vikings lead 19-12. We'll be right back.
I would summarize my experience at Western as I was a guarded, nerdy kid who loved to perform, who allowed herself to put in the time and the effort to carve herself into something.
Junk in the trunk, junk in the trunk,
And whatever that was has led me to where I am right now, to be a fully realized woman. And I'm really thankful for the time and the effort that I put in for myself, because if I didn't do it, no one else was going to.
My name is
And welcome back to WECU Court on the campus of Western Washington University for this GNAC battle between Montana State Billings and Western Washington University. Vikings lead 1-0, and they lead here in the second set 19-12. Vikings won the first set 25-15. They lead 19-12 here, coming out of the timeout, and service error by Tupu Lologo. So the Yellow Jackets are now down 6, but the Vikings looking to go up 2-0, and the Yellow Jackets trying to get back into this second set. Aliaga over to Ritzesender. They let that one go. They're asking for the deflection. They're not going to get it, so 2 straight points coming out of the timeout, and the Yellow Jackets are now down 5.
Just trying to build some momentum here out of that timeout. Seems to be working for the Yellow Jackets as they try to take this second set.
Peyton Langston, second straight serve. Aliaga over to Heilborn. Finds the corner and she gets it. So the Vikings now up 6 as Heilborn now has 5 kills to her credit. And the Vikings 5 points away from taking this second set.
Much like the first set, Vikings out killing the Yellow Jackets. They're 12-5 in this set. They were 16-9 in the last set. Heilborn's got her fair share of them in this second set as well. She's up to serve now.
And the senior Anna Mersic in the game for the Vikings, seen some action. She was on the same state winning high school volleyball team as Kelly Heilborn, who just got the ace, both out of Auburn Riverside, a historic volleyball school. Vikings now 4 points away from taking this second set. Another good serve by Heilborn. But a good job by the Yellow Jackets to bounce back from that good service by Heilborn. That was Havakos. She got the kill. That's 6 for her. Yellow Jackets now down 6.
Havakos, that main point of offense, it seems, for the Yellow Jackets so far, really running everything through her, it seems, and Aliaga just unable to get the block there for the Vikings.
And Hashbarger, 6 assists to her credit, 4 digs. She serves. Good serve. Heilborn goes for the middle, gets the top of the net. And that's good placement by Havakos right in the corner. Placing it perfectly. Yellow Jackets now down 5, trying to steal the second set.
It's worth noting, too, that Havakos is actually a freshman here for the Yellow Jackets, so some young blood showing promise for the coming of years for these Yellow Jackets.
Marisic with the kill, the senior, as her teammates very excited on that one, because Marisic getting some playing time for the Vikings here, and she's going to serve. Vikings now 3 points away from taking this second set. Marisic is going to serve here. 22-16. That's a good serve right in the middle of the court. Fa-Ali goes for the corner, and that one dug out. Aliaga over to Fairchild. She finds the corner, and that is perfect placement by the senior as she is falling pretty much out of bounds, but squares her body, gets the corner. Vikings now up 23-16. We got another sub on for the Vikings as Marisic is going to serve and Fairchild comes out. Tapped over, Marisic right there. Gunterman on the attack, tries to find the middle of the court with some topspin. And Lily gets the kill. Yellow Jackets now down by 6.
Yellow Jackets just trying to hang on now here as the Vikings are 2 points away from a 2-0 set lead and inching their way towards that sweep. We saw them sweep back on Thursday. Montana State Billings trying to avoid that, of course, here as they try and stay in this second set.
And Carly Tree is in the match for the Vikings, the redshirt freshman, in the match a couple plays ago. Point Vikings. Vikings are at set point.
It'll be Aliaga here. She had a service error last time we saw her serve for the Vikings. Just 1 point to go, and she's trying to end it here.
Aliaga, the senior. Vikings with more youth on the court than they've had all season with 2 underclassmen. But the Yellow Jackets, Hannah Hayden.
Vikings, a team that is just swarmed with seniors, of course. Getting those younger players some reps here. They have a 6-point lead still.
Vikings 9 seniors on the squad, the most they've had in a very long time. Finds the corner, but it actually goes wide. So an attack error. Yellow Jackets actually, if that's the case, they're actually going to call a deflection, and that's going to end the set. And let's see right here. Did not look like it deflected. But Montana State Billings will probably challenge this because if not, it will be the end of the set.
I mean, you have to right here. You can't go down 2-0, especially to the Vikings at home. This is a game changer here for the final point for the Vikings.
Third challenge here, all of them on deflections. And even though Coach Diane Flick-Williams has yet to call a timeout, not needing to do so, being in control pretty much for both sets, this is kind of a mini timeout for the squads. Might even take longer than a timeout. Depends on how long the replay happens.
I'd assume the referee's going to take a fair look at this because it is a huge momentum swing as we're towards the end of the set. This would decide whether the Vikings have won up 2-0 or if we'll continue this second set and the Yellow Jackets try and stay alive here.
So it will either be point Yellow Jackets keeping this set alive, or we'll move to the third set after a break. I wouldn't be surprised if this was overturned.
Last one was. This one might.
And it was. This one was a little easier to see on the replay. Did not look like there was a deflection. So, point Montana State Billings. They're still alive here, trying to take full advantage.
Really need to capitalize off of that. They got a second chance at keeping this set alive.
Knuckles it over. We're still at set point, though, as Gunchman sends it long. 24-20. So the Yellow Jackets with the point here. We're still at set point. Christine Funk is going to serve for the Yellow Jackets. That one goes long, though, so unfortunate break for Montana State Billings, and that's how this set is going to end. So it ended, then it didn't, and now it ended again. Vikings take the second set 25-20, and they lead 2-0 going into the third. We'll be right back.
This simple banana peel represents a bold idea, a way to create energy from household trash. It not only saves about 80% in carbon emissions, it helps reduce landfill waste. That's why BP is partnering with a California company, Fulcrum Bioenergy, to turn garbage into jet fuel, because we can't let any good ideas go to waste. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing.
I would summarize my experience at Western as I was a guarded, nerdy kid who loved to perform, who allowed herself to put in the time and the effort to carve herself into something.
Jump in the trunk, jump in the trunk,
And whatever that was has led me to where I am right now, to be a fully realized woman. And I'm really thankful for the time and the effort that I put in for myself, because if I didn't do it, no one else was going to.
The Teaching and Learning Academy is an organization that's housed in the library, and it's where people come to have conversations.
They deal with serious issues that have emotional impact in ways that are typically not found in a class.
We've talked about diversity and inclusivity on our campus and in our community.
It not only enriches my education, but also impacts the ways that I can continue my leadership roles.
Compass to Campus is a beautiful reciprocal relationship that's really centered on how to support young students to see themselves in a different kind of way and see the possibilities for their future.
Allie was one of our first mentors. A lot of people have believed in me along the way, Allie being one of them. She's always inspired me. Now I'm at Western, actually going to college.
It's changing lives for the young students that we work with, and it's changing lives for the mentors who work with them.
Hello and welcome back to WECU Court on the campus of Western Washington University here in Bellingham, Washington. I'm Adam Race, and I'll be Doing play-by-play for this set here, joined by Zen Hill on color commentary. And we've got the third set of a GNAC showdown here between MSU Billings and the Western Washington University Vikings. Western taking the first 2 sets. Zen, what's been the keys to this match so far for the Vikings taking a 2-0 set lead?
The Vikings have done a phenomenal job in the first 2 sets, really finding that open court. The Yellow Jackets, though, unable to get above the net and find some blocks. Really, what it comes down to is the Vikings have just been able to dominate on all sides of the floor. We've seen them take advantage in the long rallies, have some incredible digs from Casey Woodruff and other players. Yellow Jackets, though, just unable to hang around. They've found their fair share of points, but the Vikings, if they can clean up the errors, we might see a dominant third set.
Vikings have been very efficient in the attack today. 343 hitting percentage so far in the match, 424 hitting percentage in that first set. They are getting the kills when they attack, and they are not having many errors. Not many errors on either side. It's been a well-played match altogether. I don't think the scoreline really shows how well the Yellow Jackets have played. There's been some really good long rallies and great defensive stands. It just hasn't really gone their way. You saw in that last set, they were able to battle back at the end of the set, make it a little bit interesting. But the Vikings looking to close out another sweep here at Carver if they can take this third set.
Yellow Jackets today just unable to hang around. It seems a lot of those 50-50 balls have been going the wrong way for them. You've had some tip balls called the wrong way that they think in their opinion, but it's up to jurisdiction. We've had some challenge calls so far, and Yellow Jackets just need to pick it up here in this third set if they want to stay alive here in Carver and extend this game for them.
Aliaga will serve here to start the third set. That'll be a service error from Aliaga to start the set off.
Aliaga's second service error on the game, not the way the Vikings wanted to start this one, though. Yellow Jackets need to see if they can pull out to an early lead and just hold the Vikings down and stay alive.
MSU Billings has won the first point in all 3 sets today. The Vikings always come back as the dig there from Heilborn and Woodruff was contested. They got it off, though, as that's a great dig there from Alexis King. And that one is over from Gabby Kepley. Look back to Diane Flick-Williams, see if they're going to challenge that, and they will.
Yeah, Vikings wanted the deflection on that hit. See if they'll get the successful challenge. We've seen the Yellow Jackets toss out 2 challenges for hits and overturn some of the times. Vikings now trying to get their fair share of it. They don't want to go down 3-0 to start the set here.
Yellow Jackets head coach Casey Bonner has put 3 challenges forward today. 2 of them have been successful. Veteran coach Diane Flick-Williams looking to swing a point early in this one. We see the replay here. That was a really great dig there from Alexis King to keep the rally going. That's a close one there. It's so hard to call these tips at the net. Really hard to overturn.
The only case is if Hannah Hayden's hand might have just deflected a little bit. That right hand, I would assume.
Might be a case there, but once again, it's really hard to overturn these. If it does go in favor of Gabby Kepley, it'll be her 8th kill of the match. She's had a great match so far. Vikings have spread out the offense a lot. Olivia Fairchild also picking up 8 kills. Vikings have 5 different players with 5 or more kills. Gabby Kepley, Ritzesender, Fairchild, Heilborn, and Gunterman, all with at least 5.
The Vikings are definitely sharing the wealth out here on offense. We saw a lot of Kepley in the first set. Second set, we saw it get more spread out there to Ritzesender and others, but dialing it back in for your on offense for them.
And I believe if this goes in favor of the Yellow Jackets, it'll be their first 2-point lead of the match. We'll see what the referees decide here. And that one will not be overturned. Diane Flick-Williams taking a chance on it, doesn't pan out. And the Yellow Jackets have a 2-0 lead here in set 3. Trying to avoid a sweep here in Carver, something that visiting teams have not done a very good job of historically. Only 1 set being taken off of these Vikings all season. Serve comes across. Gunterman gets the kill there.
Hannah Hayden for the Yellow Jackets with a great effort there, but just unsuccessful, and the Vikings get their first point of this third set.
Gunterman to serve. Good serve, but dug out. That'll be a violation there. And the Vikings have tied it back up here at 2. Not letting that early swing go the Yellow Jackets' way too much.
Gunterman showing some nice serves so far. She has 3 service aces on the game.
Leading the Vikings in service aces this season. Fa'ali'i dug out by Gunterman. Over to Heilborn. That one. Heilborn now with 6 kills on the match. And you see the Yellow Jackets are getting up, getting hands in front of them at the net, but it's just not getting in the court. Just those unlucky bounces they've had to deal with today. It's a good serve, dug out. Fa'ali'i. That one finds the court.
Gunterman just unable to dig that one out there. She's got 5 digs on the game. Couldn't get her 6th there, and Yellow Jackets will get a shot at it here as we're tied back up 3-3.
Gunterman, a great two-way player. 4 double-doubles on the season so far. That's a little trickery there from Olivia Fairchild. She just high-fives that ball over the net, nice and easy, finds the court.
We have seen Fairchild do this over and over again today. She's got 9 kills on the game. That one with a little soft touch. We saw one earlier, very similar back in the second set.
Libero Woodruff will serve. Fa'ali'i tries to send it across, dug out by Ritzesender. Heilborn, that one finds the court just inside the line on the back end.
Just tiptoeing that line between out of bounds and in bounds is Heilborn, her 7th kill for the game.
Just been such a precision-based match for the Vikings. They've snuck it inside the line all night. Fa'ali'i again. That one is out. And the Vikings now lead 6-3 after going down 2-0 to start this set. Battled back and have taken a 3-point lead. Woodruff to serve. That one a little missed set, but a good shot dug out by Aliaga. Heilborn clips the net, dug out by Funk. Good dig there from Heilborn. Gunterman. Fa'ali'i at the net, hits the net, ricochets up, Heilborn hits it up, set up by Aliaga. Good dig there on the far side from Kennedy Urinek, and it's sent back over. And Funk cannot dig out a thunderbolt.
So some really good hustle there for the Yellow Jackets to keep that play alive defensively, but the Vikings just able to get those set pieces up and spiked down. They'll get the kill on that one.
There's going to be a video review on that play. Not really sure what for.
Not sure what referees might be reviewing here. Seemed like it was a guaranteed point for the Vikings, but I guess not. Might be checking a net violation. It's the only thing I could think of.
It was a rocket off the shot from Ritzesender. Funk didn't have a chance to dig it out. Gave it a good effort, but yeah, I'm not really sure what they're looking to review here, but it would be an important swing.
It's most likely a touching the net.
They're looking for a net violation early in that point. It would be a swing from 7-3 back to 6-4. You see a little movement on the net there. Might have a case.
I think the player in question here might be Gabby Kepley.
Ooh, right there.
Yeah. Number 11 for the Vikings on that last play. Might have just clipped the net. Still a phenomenal rally from both sides. Really entertaining here in this third set as We're 7-3. Vikings up 2-0 in the set lead. Vikings have dominated this game so far.
MSU Billings coach Casey Bonner's been very busy with the challenges today. 2 for 3. See if she can make it 3 for 4. That one is unsuccessful. And the Vikings will retain that point. It is 7-3 Western. Yellow Jackets need to get something going here and avoid going down big like they did in the second set and the first set. Woodruff to serve. Fa'ali'i. Rocket. Aliaga cannot dig it out. Great shot there from Fa'ali'i.
This third set has been all played through Fa'ali'i on the attack.
After that last challenge wasn't successful, MSU Billings will be out of challenges for the rest of the match. A little bit of an errant dig from Gunterman. Sent back over by Heilborn. Funk digs it out over the net. It's a sender. Good defense here from the Yellow Jackets. Off the net, and that'll find the court. It was Olivia Schwartz there.
Yellow Jackets finally being able to find the winning side of a long rally. Could be a sign of light for them here in that third set. They're
Finally
only
getting
down by 2.
A little bit of net luck there. That's Schwartz's first kill of the match. It's a sender. Blocked at the net. Set up by Funk. Fa'ali'i. As that one will deflect off the blockers at the net and go out. And MSU Billings have cut the deficit to 1.
Fa'ali'i with her 8th kill now on the game. Yellow Jackets with 22 of them total.
Vikings have 5 players with at least 5 kills. Yellow Jackets only have 2, Fa'ali'i and Avacost. That one is a great dig there from Kennedy Uranic. But Western will get the point on it.
Some really stellar defense there from the Yellow Jackets, just unable to capitalize.
Defensive plays today from the Yellow Jackets. Unfortunately, the points where they make those plays still haven't tended to go their way. Dupla Logo to serve. Fa'ali'i again here. Logo digs it out. Gunterman, little tip over the net. And another little tip over the net from Heilborn. Kept alive. That is way over. Schwartz, just a little bit too much on that one. Logo to serve again. Fa'ali'i. A dive from Heilborn isn't enough as that little tip over the blockers finds the court. And it's 9-8.
Fa'ali'i with the dig and the kill on that possession right there, doing it on both sides for the Yellow Jackets, keeping them in this third set for sure.
Fa'ali'i with 6 digs and 8 kills, 9 kills, excuse me. Tipped over. What a dig there from Gunterman, sends it across. And Gunterman again, sprawling to the floor. Heilborn over. Great defense on that point from Gabby Gunterman, but Heilborn with an attacking error.
And despite those great defensive plays from the Vikings, unable to capitalize, much like what we saw from the Yellow Jackets in the first and second set, though. This third set has really gone their way.
This has been a lot closer than the first 2 sets. The Yellow Jackets hanging around. That one is miscued. Oh no, it takes a tip at the net. And it'll be 10-8 Vikings. That was Ritz's sender there. Heilborn to serve. Good serve. And it might force a service ace, and it does. Into the referee on the chair there. He takes it like a champ.
And that'll be Heilborn's second service ace on the game, the 6th for the Vikings total.
Strong hip check there. Heilborn will serve again. Talk about Funk. Ooh, and a miscued set there. Give the Vikings a point. Yellow Jackets haven't given up many cheap points in this match, and in this set, they're keeping it close. It's 12-8 Vikings. We'll be back in a second.
Welcome to our busy world, where we all want more energy, but with less carbon footprint. That's why at BP, we're working to make energy that's cleaner and better. We're producing cleaner burning natural gas and solar and wind power. And wherever your day takes you, we have advanced fuels for a better commute. And we're developing ultra-fast charging technology for EVs. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere, so we can all keep advancing.
We're back here out of the timeout. Heilborn will serve. 12-8 Vikings right now. Almost a service ace there, but it's kept alive by the Yellow Jackets. At the net, Gunterman, little tip, dug out. Abacos there, dug out. At the net, a scramble. Violation there, and it goes in favor of the Yellow Jackets. 12-9 now. They will not go away in this third set.
Seems like Aliaga might have crossed the line right there in the scramble at the net.
Serve will come from Langston. Gunterman off the pole and out in favor of the Yellow Jackets again. And in that first and second set, it was at this point that the Vikings started to build a little bit of a lead, 5-6 points, and it just looked like Yellow Jackets weren't able to come back, but they're hanging around in this one, and it's only a 2-point deficit. Gunterman trying to sneak it around the antenna there, off the blockers. Tipped over by Lalogo. And the Yellow Jackets weren't taking any chances there. Peyton Langston went out to get it, and none of the other MSU Billings players were ready to send that back over the net, and it'll be 13-10 Vikings.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication there for the Yellow Jackets. They can't afford to have that as they were making a nice battle and a nice run here against the Vikings in this third set.
Where's the sender's off? Abby May is in to serve.
2 service errors on the game for her. Let's see if she can dial it in now.
Looking for redemption here. She does get it across. That's a good serve, and that'll end up with a point. Aliaga with her first kill of the match. Just a little bad over the top there off a good serve from May.
Aliaga used to dropping those dimes. She's got 33 assists, but right there she gets the kill for the Vikings.
May will serve again. 4-point lead for the Vikings, trying to pull away. That one is blocked at the net, kept alive. Gunterman sends it up. Heilborn sends it over, and that one found the corner. No, it did not. From my vantage point, that looks like it found yellow court, but we'll see if they want to challenge here. They will not.
Seems from that angle it might have been more out of bounds than inbounds. Vikings hang on to their challenge now.
11-14 now. Service error there from Alexis King. And once again, Yellow Jackets have to stay away from those errors if they're going to stay in this set. That's really costly against such a good attacking team like Western Washington. They need to take every opportunity they get. And that'll be one of them. So Aliaga sends that one long on the serve. Bit of a back and forth performance as far as service goes for the Vikings. 8 service errors and 6 aces. Kind of all or nothing right now. Gunterman sends that one over lightly, dug out by Funk. Fa'ali'i blocked in the net, but out.
Nice block there by Cavi Kepley. Getting up there, but couldn't keep it in bounds.
The Yellow Jackets just keep sending it over to that far corner to Fa'ali'i. Picked up 9 kills so far. 185 hitting percentage. Little tip from Fairchild. Again, just over and over. You see that just a little touch over the top to get the point.
You think at one point the Yellow Jackets might just come to expect it, but then out of nowhere, Fairchild could just give you a rocket into the backcourt. So you got to stay on your toes, and Fairchild taking advantage of that.
Fairchild now leads the Vikings with 10 kills, excuse me. Great offensive performance. A setting error there.
Yeah, a double hit there by Alexis King, it seemed.
17-13 now. Vikings looking to pull away a little bit here. 4-point lead, trying to make it 5. Gunterman to serve. Little tip over the net. Finds the court. That was Lily Gentz. A little bit of a emergency hit over the top, but it finds the court.
Yeah, it seemed like the set from King wasn't the one that the team was looking for, but they still found the point off of there for the Yellow Jackets.
Service from Funk now. Up by Woodruff. Aliaga with the set. Far side. And that was Gabby Kepley hitting it off the blockers and out of bounds. 18-14. Casey Woodruff will serve again. Another 4-point lead for the Vikings. Fa'ali'i, good dig by Gunterman. Straight up in the air, Heilborn. Uranek dug that one out across, a dig from Woodruff. Aliaga at the net, sends it back. Looks like she got a little close to the net there.
Call was on Aliaga again for that violation. The Yellow Jackets able to keep within striking distance now. They'll bring on some substitutions now. Hannah Hashbarger comes in and she will serve.
Hashbarger with 10 assists on the game, no kills. That one is Kepley, tipped over, dug out by Funk on a little slide. Sent over by Fa'ali'i. Gunterman with the dig. Heilborn blocked at the net and back. Kepley, and that'll be a kill for Kepley. Her 9th of the match.
Kepley dialing in what she set out in that first set. The logo will come in for her. The Vikings are up by 4.
The logo to serve. 19-15 Vikings. Keeping that 4-point lead, working towards that 25 to end the match. Sent up by Lologo. Heilborn blocked at the net, and Fa'ali'i cannot get to that one. 20-15 now. And that'll be a timeout for MSU Billings as they try to regroup and stem the tide. 20-15 Vikings. We'll be back in a second.
The Teaching and Learning Academy is an organization that's housed in the library, and it's where people come to have conversations.
They deal with serious issues that have emotional impact in ways that are typically not found in a class.
We've talked about diversity and inclusivity on our campus and in our community.
It not only enriches my education, but also impacts the ways that I can continue my leadership roles.
Welcome back to Carver Gym. Vikings up 20-15, trying to put the lid on a sweep of MSU Billings here. Tupolologo will serve now. The set in the middle portions. The Yellow Jackets were hanging around, but the Vikings just looking to pull away here at the end of the set. Funk sets it up for Fa'ali'i. Gunterman digs it out. Woodruff chasing after it, gets there. Heilborn sends it back over as that one is tipped away in the corner by Kennedy Uranek, and it'll be another kill for Heilborn.
Heilborn with 9 kills today. She's got herself 26 attacks.
Leads the team in points right now with 11. That one from Schwartz, blocked away by Lulogo. Heilborn, as that one is out. And Vikings now 22-15, 3 points away from yet another sweep here at Carver Gym.
Heilborn goes back-to-back for the Vikings. They're only now 3 away from closing it out and getting that sweep.
Serve from Lulogo. Good serve, causes a dive, but it's kept alive. Fa'ali'i, good attack there. And Montana State Billings, seemed like a while since they'd gotten a point. They get one there. That's 22-16.
Yellow Jackets have found their entire offense through Fa'ali'i. 31 total attacks, 10 kills, 11 kills that is, excuse me.
Good dig from Funk there. Ritzesender, wow. No chance on that one.
Ritzesender has just had some phenomenal plays on the attack for the Vikings today. Really contributing to some solid hits and some solid points on the board for the Vikings.
Trying to dig out a hit from Ritzesender. Trying to stop a train with a traffic cone. It has not worked today for the Yellow Jackets. Funk sends it over. Aliaga set up for Ritzesender again, and there it is. You cannot stop that, and it's 24-16. Match point now.
So Heilborn went back-to-back. Ritzesender goes back-to-back with the kills. The Vikings closing it out strong here as they have a now 8-point lead. Just one more point, and they are going home with the brooms out.
Heilborn serves it. Funk up. Sent across, dug out by Heilborn. Gunterman. The dig. Schwartz. Good dig there from Heilborn. Kept alive from Gunterman, and Heilborn can't send it across. That was ricocheting everywhere. Went off Heilborn, went off Gunterman, and Heilborn could not get it across on the second attempt.
Schwartz made some great contact there. Really sent a fireball over to the Vikings side, and they were able to dig it out, but not get the point on that one.
And a service error is how this one is going to end. The Vikings take the third set 25-17 and achieve yet another Carver sweep. They have dropped just one set in 6 matches to start this season here at Carver Gym. They improve to 7-3 on the season and 2-0 in the GNAC. MSU Billings falls to 6-3 on the season, 0-2 in the GNAC. Zen, who are the statistical leaders for the Vikings in that match?
Vikings today had Fairchild and Heilborn leading them on kills. Of course, we saw them all over the place. Of course, with assists, we had Aliaga. With the service aces, we saw Gunterman all over the floor. And with digs, we saw Gunterman and Heilborn really taking over this game. Heilborn and Gunterman, stars of this game, but the Vikings had a great performance as well. So they get the sweep here on the Yellow Jackets.
Another great all-around performance from the Vikings as they continue to protect the fortress that is Carver Gym. They'll be back 1 week's time here at Carver to face GNAC opponent Simon Frazier. And until then, good night and Sko Vikes.